And welcome to the super fun, awesome, happy time, crunchy preamp plus kind of pedal kind of show. My name is Captor.
Wow, seamless.
Yes.
Hey, welcome along. I'm Alex. This is the PastFX Preamp Crunch Plus.
Yes, a
See?
preampy, crunchy kind of pedal.
Yeah, we're going to check out, see what it does, but if you could hit like and subscribe first, ding the notification bell, give us a thumbs up, all that kind of stuff.
Please do.
Comments.
About 90% of our viewers are not subscribed. So.
And comments, questions below.
Yeah.
The setup today, if you care about that kind of thing, is a Mozztronics Amp Switcher into a Cherry Tone OTS Mini 20.
Racing Trope.
Then into a 2-note Torpedo Captor X doing the IRs for the cabinet sims.
Yeah. And if you hear some reverb, that's from the Captor X.
Yo.
So, should mention right from the start as well, PastFX have sent us this. A big thank you to Verlie at PastFX for sending this out to us. Hope I say the name right. Verlie, it's it. I've never heard the name before. I mean, this is coming from a Gabor, but yeah. Anyway, big thank you for sending this out to us. So, PastFX, probably best known for the Chorus Ensemble that they did, which is sort of that, I think, one of the only pretty much proper recreations, but with modern components of the CE1 Chorus Ensemble. They also do other pedals. We did. There's a video, for example, of the Canberra overdrive right here. But this is okay. So a lot of people used the CE1 in a way that they used actually the preamp in it. So the Boss CE1, it's a chorus vibrato pedal, but it also had a preamp in it, which I believe is non-bypassable. That was even on bypass, the preamp was still on, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, like, for example, I am sort of a bit of a John Frusciante fan. He kind of used the Chorus Ensemble back in the days, and apparently the preamp of it was a big part of his sound.
Sure.
So this pedal is basically just the preamp part of it. Now PastFX make two pedals to make the preamp crunch and the preamp crunch plus. I don't know why I can't say preamp crunch plus. So the preamp crunch without the plus doesn't have a master volume. The preamp crunch, I can't do it. Preamp crunch plus has a master volume, so you can basically crank the gain, but then unvolumize it, attenuate it.
Unvolume.
So I believe with the master control on full, that's where the normal preamp crunch would be. You've got a high and low switch, which you also had on the original CE1 Chorus Ensemble. High gives you more gain, low gives you less gain, more cleany thing. And then now the original CE1, I think in a podcast I said it did have a buffer. I don't think it had a buffer, and by switching up you can go to a buffer, and what the buffer does, and I think, and we'll get into a guitar that I wouldn't usually play in this later on as well. And I think one of the reasons why this works well with that guitar that I don't usually play, but will play later on quite well, is because when you don't have the buffer on, it gets rid of a lot of the top end. And I think that's what kind of goes well with the guitar that I don't usually play. Once you go up to the buffer, it brings back a lot of that top end.
Yeah.
That you kind of lose. So should we start on the low setting with the buffer off, with the master volume all the way up, and let's just go level controlling it with Alex.
Sire L7.
And see what I mean? It rolls off high end. There's some high end that's kind of missing. Which the buffer kind of brings back some of it. Not all of it, but some of it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, on a low setting, at almost full, it's roughly unity. So let's crank it. So
Keep
basically,
crunching
it's
it.
a boost, right? And I think on the low setting, most of the gain you hear comes from the amp because you're pushing the front of the amp, right? Because there's extra volume there. Because as soon as you, even on the low setting, if you roll the volume back, there goes a lot of the crunch. There's a little bit of crunch there, so there's a bit of crunch that comes from the preamp part and a bit of crunch that comes from the volume. Now, let's go back a bit and let's go to the high setting and check that out.
Really unique distortion characteristics.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is a preamp from a pedal.
Yes.
That does stuff. So it rolls off a lot of that sort of top end, and it gives you a sound that's kind of it's an odd distortion sound, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm not quite sure what to do with it yet. I've
only just sort of started. Well, should we do the same thing now? Let's go back to the low setting. Let's crank both. And let's try the same thing with the PartsMasterCaster Blaster Master Blaster, which there's a video for that here with some fantastic Martin Smith pickups, which clean, if I play an F chord, it sounds like this. Let's go on a neck pickup. Hang on, was that off before? Was it? Okay, cool.
There's like a bit of compression too.
It feels like there's a bit of compression too, I think, when you crank it a little bit more.
Interesting.
Now let's try it. Actually, just quickly, let's try it into a dirty amp. So this is now just going into the dirty channel of the amp, which sounds like this. So you're actually cleaning it up at that setting. Almost goes fuzzy.
Yeah.
With that.
Interesting.
But now, let's do the unspeakable.
Shall we? No, let's not.
No, different kind of unspeakable. So this is a guitar I usually never play in videos, or very rarely play in videos, which is an S-type guitar, because I never get along with those.
Yep.
This particular one has some fantastic Fishman Fluence pickups in it, sort of Fluence S-type pickups, I guess they're called. I don't know.
Yep.
There'll be a video for that coming shortly. Now,
Try it clean.
I think one of the reasons why, for example, John Frusciante, right? Apparently that was part of his sound. To me, right? Bridge pickup, which I think he used a lot.
Yeah.
Strat, you know, quite tinny and bright. But bring that in, and it rolls off that top end, and I think that's there is something there. See what I mean? Especially with the buffer off.
Yeah.
It kind of rolls off some of the top end. It gives it punch, but without the highs. And I think maybe, especially with a Strat on the bridge pickup, it kind of makes it more pleasant.
Helps it.
Yeah. See what I mean? It kind of gets rid of that.
Sure.
Maybe that's what he used it for.
Maybe.
To get rid of that harshness.
Try with the telly.
Okay.
Nah, you got. Yeah. Rock and rollin'.
It's a unique sound. It's a different sort of sound.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily call it it's not a clean boost.
Yep. It's not. It's kind of overdrives, but it's not like a standard.
It's like a coloured boost.
Yeah.
But an overdriven coloured boost.
Yeah.
It's definitely an interesting sort of sound, but I do think it especially single coils, it works particularly well, I think, with single coils.
Yeah.
We might do another video with that going into different amps, just because it will sound different depending on what amps you go into it. But so for today it's sort of that kind of dumble Fendery kind of clean kind of thing. Let us know if there's anything in particular you want us to do with it. Pair it up with anything, or do anything in particular with it, or how would you use it? What kind of stuff do you do with it?
Yeah, also links below to our Instagram, Facebook, and podcast. Check them out if you got a second. Be ace.
Please do.
And like we said, please hit like and subscribe. Ding the notification bell. Give us a thumbs up. All helps us do our thing.
That'd be dandy.
Yeah, cool. Dig.
And big thank you once again to PastFX. Yeah, I mean, again, it's a unique pedal. It's an interesting sounding pedal.
Yep.
I think with this kind of guitar, or like a telly, like that sort of thinner, wirier single coil kind of guitar.
Yeah.
It works quite well with that. Yeah.
I think it's maybe a bit much with the humbuckers.
It gets almost fuzzy.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, that's not a bad thing.
No.
But it's just it's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below.
Yeah.
And yeah, big thank you to Verlie at PastFX for sending this out to us.
Thanks, man. Hey, catch you soon. See ya.